Worry about that later, though.
Yes.
It is time for game number 2 of Anticitizen versus VyperX. VyperX doing an excellent hold against the early pull from Anticitizen last game. Wants to take this next game to bring the Showmatch into his favor. And I wasn't sure if I already said Viper Clans, VyperX. But there you go.
You kind of
anyway.
did. Spawning up at the top here. His opponent. The Orange Zerg. What is that, Giant Bomb Squad? Yes.
Yeah.
Outright. I did.
It's just it's a clan of fans for the Giant Bomb review website. Who are pretty fantastic people, by the way. If you haven't checked out their stuff, you should.
I believe the last time we were here, I forgot the name of the clan, so I said GBSQD. And it was very, I don't know. It was, yeah. It was a mouthful. It was unnecessary.
Right. Well, okay, so nothing crazy happening this time. Anticitizen's playing completely as expected. He's doing his usual style, which I can't really blame him for after that last game. But at least he's sown the seeds of doubt, as it were, in the minds of VyperX, basically saying, yeah, I can cheese you if I want.
Yep. Mind games.
Pretty well, so I would be feeling pretty confident right now if I were VyperX.
Mind games are real.
Hatch first. VyperX looks like he's gathering gas for an early Reaper. I'll see if that turns into mass Reapers or just uses it for a scout into an expansion.
We've seen some crazy work on these Reapers too, and on this map. If the Lings and the Reapers wind up in the center, Reapers can just jump the cliff like no tomorrow.
To put it in simpler terms, guys, and like just for that part of the map that we're talking about here, the Reapers basically get blink whenever they want, so they become incredibly efficient. Specifically, in I guess I'll have to use a ping for this. Nope, it's not gonna let me. Okay. Bah. Oh, there it is. It's apparently Alt. Keeping Control and Shift G, and I was like, nope. But yeah, that spot right there, because it's just so narrow. And of course, it's a mirrored spot on the other side. Pretty much just at the corners of these two bases. Anyway, there's the first Reaper running out across the map to see what's going on. It's not going to see anything particularly strange. He's going to get up here and see that there's a pool, that there's a natural, that there's going to be gas that hasn't been mined too much yet. So he's looking at pretty much a standard opening. Second Reaper coming out. And I think we're going to basically see something similar to what VyperX ended up doing last game. He's going to probably grab the second Reaper, start getting Marines, and then go for a bunch of Hellions and try and pressure on against its opponent. So far, so good, though, with the first... First Reaper's able to get one kill.
Pulling all the workers. Not sure I'm a fan of that.
Well, you know what? Actually, if he gets away with only losing one, he's in really good shape. Yep, nice. Both players showing some good control here. Oh, the Viper's actually being quite brave by staying in here. One wrong juke and he just lose it. Here's the second Reaper. Just going to run up here. Try and get that second kill. He's recharged enough health that he should be able to get away. Ooh, not attacking the same one. Oh, but Anticitizen is paying attention. It's 3 and... Yes, 3. Okay. So far. Yeah, nice control from VyperX. They're doing a decent amount of damage with those Reapers.
Very good. 2 Reapers suck early game, just saying. It's so painful.
They're quite difficult to deal with. I mean, I feel personally whenever I play against Terran these days, I pretty much have to use some variants of the usual gateway opening just to get the quick mothership core.
Right.
So you really can't survive if they do go for mass Reapers in that situation.
Combat drugs are just... ooh. 2 more barracks coming out on top of the factory. There's a Hellion production. So like you said, it's mirroring last game.
I think Anticitizen has got an idea of what's going on, though. He's going to put these two evolution chambers in the front to kind of give the wall a nice choke. He's got a spine crawler back here as well. Would actually like this a little bit more if he would move it up into the wall, given what's actually coming at him. But yeah, there he sees it. He sees 3 Reapers and a Hellion. It's kind of a surprising number. It takes 5 Reapers, by the way, to one-shot a worker.
Ooh.
So, at least when it's a pro. I'm actually not sure if it's... Wait, I can do math on air while I'm tired. Let's not. I almost fell into that trap. Yeah.
Yeah. Doing math on stream is not necessarily a good idea. Roach is out earlier this time.
They're definitely going to be able to push this back a little bit, though. Viper's probably going to stick around.
Transfuse on...
Kill that, yeah. I don't think he had enough energy for it. Just barely not.
Yeah, queens are at 49 and 25, unfortunately.
So 4 Reapers. Okay, so pretty much we're looking at a 1-base cheesy-esque play of Mass Reaper Hellion. And yeah, he's definitely just pumping out the Reapers. No sign of Marines incoming. So this is an interesting position that he's in, though, because unfortunately this composition not going to be so good as time goes on against Roaches. So if Anticitizen can lock this down, and he sees the lack of an expansion, but if you can correctly identify that this is really just going to be Mass Reapers, it's not just some Reapers, should be fine.
Transfuse is going down on the Roaches, very nice. Keeping them alive as long as possible.
Once the Reapers are out of commission, he has no way of threatening the main base, and this choke point down here is going to stop the Hellions from doing anything. So I like Anticitizen's position going forward from here. VyperX has a ton of money.
He is all in with these Reapers, man. He's still pumping them out. No, surprisingly, no reactors if he's...
There's a command center. There we go, 3 more barracks. I was going to say, he needs something more to actually spend this money that he has, whether, you know, he ends up spending entirely on Marines or whatever. He just, it has to get out there because it's not, never going to be able to compete with the economic power of a 2-base surge and with that much extra money. Lings did a decent amount of damage to the Hellions right there. Not quite. Oh, wow, this could be a problem. There's actually nothing up here at the moment, so...
Reapers bypass
down goes the Queen pretty quickly, and a bunch of drones are going to die real fast here. He's going to get 3... Oh, he doesn't want to lose the Reapers, though. Nice positioning.
Choke point.
Yeah, Viper definitely has the control he needs to do a lot of damage with this, but, you know, again, it's not like it's actually going to bring him back into a position of economic strength at all. Run the Reapers back into the main base. There are a few more Roaches to actually trap them up here. And as they run back down, they're going to meet the other Reapers. And wow, Viper, Anticitizen's done a great job of corralling them. Oh, except until then, as now they're going to be able to move back into the main base and start killing off more drones. Even with this, though, Anticitizen is actually still ahead right now, as he should be. But more importantly, VyperX is still on 1 base.
Right.
So that 25 workers you see right there is just mining out this 1 base really, really, really quickly.
Right. Oh, geez. Mass reactor and tech lab dropping here. The bio transition?
He's got to spend the money he has. He's got 200 gas and 2,000 minerals, so it's probably going to be a ton of Marines. I mean, there's really not much else you can do with that. Doesn't have the upgrades for him, though, so it's not going to necessarily be the strongest thing immediately.
Anticitizen dropping a 3rd hatchery just popped.
Concussive shells. Okay. So he's going to try and throw some Marauders out. Makes sense given what he's seeing, I guess. I don't know if he can afford it, though. Yeah, 2nd Marauder. Should see some Marines coming out. Is he just going to refuse to make Marines? I mean, that's fine.
I mean, given the composition, yeah, right.
He can go, I guess he wants to go, no, there we go, there's some.
Oh, we got some.
I was going to say, I guess he could just go Mass Hellion Marauder. Very strange composition, but it would work, I think, in this situation. Nice work on Anticitizen moving up to his 3rd base now. Getting into position for that long before the Terran gets a natural. He's going to have a very strong economy.
Very impressive.
Unfortunately, Anticitizen is about to fall prey to another supply block.
Yep.
But he thankfully is ready this time and has 5 Overlords. Just about to finish.
So we're in a bit of a lull here. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, first important thing is that VyperX clearly anticipates some kind of attack because he's throwing down 4 bunkers.
So he's very, yes, he's very guarded.
which the thing is, I'm not sure I necessarily sense that from Anticitizen. He might come down here to check if there's an expansion. But beyond that, I mean, he really doesn't have to do anything. He has an incredible lead economically at the moment. He could actually just sit back and build stuff. Really doesn't have to do anything other than just keep scouting occasionally to know what the composition of his opponent's going to be, just so he does the right things.
He's mixing in some banelings now too, so you think he's gonna try and bust this open, or I don't think they're going to be very effective against the armory itself as far as the Marauders are concerned.
Well, he has no idea about the wall. This is probably just more in general anticipating that he's going to go into bio, so he wants to start having something for that. But yeah, and Anticitizen definitely has the gas to do this. It's 1,000 gas already.
Centrifugal, what? 23 banelings.
Yeah, this could do a lot of work. I mean, these upgrades for these Marines are going to be incredibly late, for one. Like, they don't have combat shields, so their ability to survive the explosive power of the banelings is basically zero without actual upgrades on top of that as well. So they'll be melted immediately.
There is, however, a siege tank.
Yes, there is the one siege tank and a decent number of Marauders, so they'll absorb a lot of hits from the banelings if he really tries to rely on them. But I don't think he's gonna. He's going up to Spire, and I think he's just gonna get Mutas.
There's a drop here coming out from Viper. 2 Widow Mines and 4 Marines in this medevac.
Oh, it flew right past the Overlord.
Heading right for the 3rd. Did Anti...
Oh, no, he didn't.
He did not see that.
Out of position. Oh, that's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be a little painful.
Maybe for both sides, really.
Unless Anti wastes some more time getting there. Ooh. Is he gonna see this?
Now, of course, he sees it now. But yep, a couple Widow Mines going down.
Good reaction time.
Yeah, it gets everything out of the way.
Whoa!
Oh, and even luckily manages to dodge a Widow Mine hit there with the gas workers.
Very nice maneuver. Marines here jumping up to the natural.
Too many lanes are going to be forced out immediately. Yep, just pick up there.
Roaches and banelings came home.
Yeah, this is probably a little bit overkill in terms of response.
Yeah. He actually...
Any banelings here that's really efficient. Oh,
oh, lost everything.
Nice.
I think it would have been great if he had... Oh, this Widow Mine's doing some work on the space here.
Yeah, unfortunately, between the Reapers and these Widow Mines, VyperX has actually killed about 18 workers this game. I mean, it's been good for him in general, but a little bit rough, I think.
Big move out here. Rolling out from VyperX.
This is an incredible risk he's taking right now. It might pay off as long... I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, they still don't have combat shields, so they're very, very vulnerable to these
Oh,
banelings.
these banelings. This is going to be crazy. Here we go.
Here we go. Banelings up at the front. Roach is actually engaged with the side. The banelings are good. Nice. Team They're just trying to kite backwards, but it's still in a clump state. Most of the banelings are actually dying on the rockets right here. Tanks got to the front before they died. And for the most part, good trades against the banelings. They all pretty much went down against a bunch of Immortals. He's going to fall back, regroup with some Blings and some Mutalisks, and this mostly Marauder army cannot kill this now. So he's going to be forced to fall back here and just not let... Oh, half the army's in the medevacs! Oh, this is true.
Mutas missed the medevacs. Medevacs are going to the main base. This is going to be extremely painful.
This is going to be incredibly irritating, but most of that can't shoot up, so the Mutalisks can definitely still take care of it. And yeah, this isn't getting out of here alive. Giant chunk of the army's gone, and Anticitizen now has 2-1 against his opponent's 0 upgrades at all, other than stealing custom things.
Huge army lead too. If you look at the army supply, 113 to 31.
Yep, 180 total supply versus 80. And usually, I'd say that anytime your opponent in the mid to late game falls below 100, you're pretty much going to win the game. Like, it's almost impossible for that to turn around. And
he knows that he's on his way in.
Most likely we're going to learn that gravity, in fact, does still cause objects to fall in just a moment here. Here we go. Nice, again, nice positioning with the Marines able to attack directly on the Mutalisks, but what are they going to do about the rest of the army? It doesn't matter. So here we go, everything's dead. And the Roaches push forward. And they're gonna kill this. He's contaminating the... contaminating this.
Wall goes up. I mean... he can't produce fast enough for this. Any second now, I think.
Now
Siege
he's
tank
on top
sieging
of
up.
the production structure, so everyone's going to die immediately. Siege tank is nice, but it can't kill flying things. So, nope. Infatar! This is VyperX's attempts out. Good game. That makes our last map Yansu for the evening. We'll check if they need a break real quick.